Hi everybody, I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. Welcome to the October International Crafters Video Hop. Today we're sharing projects with a thank you theme. And so I've decided to use some of the new designer series paper that Stampin' Up! Has released. This one's called Delightful Florals. It's an online exclusive and it coordinates with the Translucent Florals bundle that is in the September to December mini catalog. But I'm actually using it kind of on its own because our theme is thank you. I'm using it with the Kindest Expression stamp to create a really pretty thank you card. So let me switch over to my desktop and I will show you how to make this really quick and easy card. All right, so this is the Kindest Expressions stamp set. It's just some great sentiments, and I'm using the thanks so much stamp. They've got some, with sympathy, sending sunshine and rainbows, oh happy day, but I'm going to use this one since our theme is thank you. Now this is one of the pieces from the Translucent or the Delightful Florals designer series paper. And as I said, it coordinates with the Translucent Florals bundle. This one is so pretty with the soft Seafoam and pretty Peacock colors. The other side is very pale. So I'm not going to use that one. But so I'm going to use this one. Look at how pretty that is layered on a piece of pretty Peacock cardstock. I'm not going to give you the measurements as I go through because our blog hop has both participants from North America and the rest of the world, and I categorize them that way just because our measurements kind of go, if you're in North America, the measurements for cardstock is one way, and if you're in the rest of the world, it's the different size. So I'm using basically half of a piece of cardstock. So whatever your size is, this is half of a piece of cardstock cut lengthways and then scored in half. I will put the measurements for this card below this video, but for the purpose of the video, I won't go through all of them. So basically, I've taken half of a piece of cardstock and cut it in half lengthways and then scored it in half. And as always, I'm folding into the mountain or the raised line and using my bone folder to give it a good burnish. So this is soft Seafoam. Okay, now layer number 1 is pretty Peacock, and then layer number 2 is the designer series paper. So I'm just going to adhere my paper on to my cardstock. Like I said, this is a quick and easy card, but this designer series paper is absolutely stunning. There we go. It even looks like it's got some lemon lolly in it on the edges of the leaves. So just so pretty. And then we'll adhere this. How easy is this? Okay, now I was looking for some ribbon. I guess I could have used some lemon lolly, but I really wanted the green. So this is actually Parakeet Party. I think, yep, Parakeet Party. But I love it because it's not exactly Parakeet Party, and because of the greens, this will go. So this is the Parakeet Party metallic woven ribbon. And so I'm just going to take and tie a bow. So I basically wrapped this around the entire front of the card. And I'm just going to take and tie a bow. Now, when I tie a bow, I always turn my card upside down. And the reason I do that is because I want to control where the tails go. I want my tails facing the bottom of the card, and I just find it much easier to have my card, and I kind of keep the tails pointed to where I want them to go. Now, if you have a hard time like I am at the moment, so sometimes this is a hard thing, grab your tweezers. So they're great tweezers that come with the embossing additions kit. Grab your tweezers, and these work as an extra finger. So you can just keep those in the middle. And now I've freed up my fingers to tie my bow. You can also use a glue dot, but these tweezers are amazing. I lost my little bit. Where's my... I'm really struggling for this bow today. Usually. All right, there we go. Okay, and then you can fold here. And then you can fuss and get your... Now I will add in a glue dot just because I want to really control where those tails go to. So I've got my glue dots. Your take your pick tool works really well to grab one of the little glue dots off and just put it right underneath there. And you can kind of just squish it until it's the right size. There we go. And we'll just trim that off like that. There we go. Okay, so there's the bow. Okay, somewhere I've got a piece of basic white. I also have cut a piece, no, not that one, that one. Okay, so I have a piece of basic white that I actually cut to be not the right size. Oh, that's funny. I thought I cut that to be the right size. Where's my paper? Okay, just have to grab a piece of basic white. Hang on for a sec. That's so funny. Normally, like I actually went and cut it. I measured my stamp. Clearly I didn't measure it right because this stamp, I'm just going to figure out what I need this to be in Imperial. So it's about 3 inches long in Imperial and about 1.25 inches. So that's what I'm going to cut my basic white to be, 1.25 inches in width. Again, the actual measurements for metric will be underneath this video when it goes live. Okay, so now I've got the right size. And now I need to cut a piece of a layer, a matte layer. So I'm going to cut that 1.5 by 3.25. I'm not sure what I was thinking when I cut that. Clearly not thinking correctly. Okay, there we go. Trim that little excess ragged edge off. Okay, now I have this. Now I'm going to grab, I was originally going to stamp this in Pretty Peacock, and I may still do that, but I'm going to ink this up in, this is soft Seafoam, and I just want to see, no, it's definitely too light. I was thinking it might be pretty, but I think it's too light. So we're going to stamp in Pretty Peacock. Use your grid paper, line up and just test it and see. It's pretty straight. That's good. So hopefully this will fit. Not bad. All right. And then I'm just going to glue this on to my Pretty Peacock layer. Like that. Hold it until it starts to stick. And then I'm going to use dimensionals. Now this is quite a wide piece, so I'm going to make sure I've got dimensionals top and bottom and in the middle so it doesn't wobble. Sometimes when you've got big pieces of a label, if you don't stagger them or have your dimensionals in the middle, your label will wobble. All right, and the reason I put this bow over to the right-hand side, and it's probably not even, I'm going to have to move it a little bit even more. Let's lift this glue dot. I should have waited until I had my bow, my sentiment on. So I'll just kind of shift this bow over like that. And now I can put my label, and I'm going to put it lined up with this edge of the Pretty Peacock like that. There we go. I think that's pretty straight. Okay, now I've got my bow, and you can turn the bow to the side just so it's not covering your sentiment. So the two things we need to do, I've got a piece of basic white for the inside of the card, and I've got a piece of, this is just a little strip that came off the bottom of the designer series paper when I cut it. And so this can go on the inside of the card. I like to use the designer series paper on the inside of the card. Use up the little scraps we end up with. And rather than putting them into the recycle bin, use them on the inside of your cards. Like that. Okay. All right. And then the last thing we need, of course, are some embellishments. And I grabbed this is the adhesive back sequence trio, and it has pretty peacock sequence. So I thought that would be really pretty on the card. So I'll put that. It's kind of shimmery. It's very pretty. And maybe one here. There we go. All right, quick and easy card. Using designer series paper as the star of the show in this case, I think. And then this is the kindest expression stamp set. So there you go. Again, easy to put together and even make a batch of these if you wanted some thank you cards. And as I said, all the measurements for this card in both Imperial and in metric will be underneath this video when it goes live. So if you have any questions, just leave a comment and I'm happy to answer them. All right, everybody, thanks so much for hopping along with us. I hope you'll take the time to hop to the next person in the list, but also take the time to go out to each of the videos and check out what the thank you projects are for this month. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.